The 3 steps to ranking is 1, do your keyword research. Understand what those main topics, what your main core buckets are, what the subtopics are that you can talk about, and find out what people are actually searching for, and then develop content that is still true to you, but speaks to those people and answers those questions. Then you want to optimize your site and your content. You want to make sure that your website that is hosting your podcast and is distributing your podcast, that's optimized and that's able to be found when people are actually doing searches that have to do with you or close to you. But if it's not even indexed, if your site is not indexed, no one's ever going to find it. In that sense, I think about having this giant, incredible house in the middle of the forest that nobody knows about. That might sound like heaven to you, but in this sense, you want people to find you. So you want to make sure that people actually know how to get to you and that you can start to be found. So you need to optimize the content so that the search engines can start to actually rank you. And then third, you want to be consistent. If you take anything from this, please take being consistent. If you have a hiccup here and there, where you don't release an episode every once in a while, or even in the beginning of your podcasting days, things were a little weird, totally fine. You can pick it up and you can keep being consistent from that point. Consistency can look a little different than just being this time, this day, this is exactly how it goes, but making sure that you're putting out content consistently is important. On a little bit of a quick note, I do actually think being really consistent in all that you do is the best approach. But show yourself some grace. I'll give you an example. I had podcast episodes, I think for the first 100, come out every single week. I had one that didn't come out on the same day as all the rest of them, and it drove me a little crazy. There was an issue with the episode. There was an issue with the person that was doing the production for me at the time, and the time I got it back and it went live, it was on a Saturday, not a Thursday morning at 5:30 in the morning, like every single other one of those. I don't know if there's anybody that really caught that and maybe somebody pulled it up and they were like, oh, there's not a new podcast episode. It's Thursday morning. But then when they pulled it up next time, there was another podcast episode. I may have also lost a lot of people with that. I don't know. At that point, there was just life that happened. Since then, I think for the next probably 60, 70 episodes every single week. And then since then, I actually changed to bi-weekly episodes, and that's been consistent. There are these big chunks of time where there's a length of consistency, and then you make a change to it. Now, when it comes to actually doing your podcast episodes and the recordings themselves, you can have a little bit more flexibility in that, but still be consistent. If you watch my podcast episodes or listen to them and kind of go 100-foot view out, what I've been doing for a long time at this point is a hot clip up front, my bumper, and then the episode, and then an outro piece. There's consistency within that. And then there's consistency within the conversation because of the keyword research, the topics that I talk about, and being able to make sure that I'm consistent in the messaging and consistently showing up that way. And all of that will really help you start to rank within Google, other search engines like YouTube, as well as the podcasting platforms. Doing that work now, if you're 5 episodes in or 500 episodes in, will ultimately help you in the long run and can take some time to be able to do the work and takes time to see the results from it. But you're in a much better spot being able to rank where people are searching for things that they can actually find you, especially over something like social media where somebody's really just waiting in line or they're bored or they're just killing time before their next appointment or whatever. So the long run, you really want to rank and you need to optimize your show notes and everything else that goes along with it to be able to do so.